Hey, what is up, guys? I'm Ben, and this is Kame Trick, the channel that bridges the gap between sim drifting and real-life drifting. Here we do both, and welcome back to another live stream where we're going to be doing Assetto Corsa tandem drifting on my triple monitor setup. Today, we are still getting things configured, as you can see, but we're actually at Tomodachi Kartland, which is kind of a cool little track. And we're just going to get right into it. I will get things organized here as we go. The Pro, what is up? Welcome back to another stream. Good to see you. So we're going to go to Iruka kart track. Oh, this is one of the mods too. I didn't notice that the Soror has all the dirt on the windshield. That can actually be pretty difficult to drive on, depending on how much glare there is. So I'll let you get a quick look at the track here. It's a pretty fun little track. Have I tried the pivot third-person cam? I have. All my real-life drifting background makes like third-person stuff just not really work for me. This track does have outer clips and inside clips on these cones, as you can see, which is pretty cool. This little jog, which is a little bit awkward, and then we come around the back straight. We've got a pretty long back straight, and that loops us back around to the start of the track. Now, let's send it. Today we're in a Soror, getting some JZX action going on. We're just going to drift right out onto the track. Right out into the track. What is up? Maybe a little bit too aggressive, but that's fine. Oh, Canadian Banana, how's it going? Good to see you. Welcome back. I am actually pretty wiped out. I am tired. Oh, wall tap right from the start, and no power. This thing's a little slow. Yeah, no, I'm doing good. How are you guys doing? Yeah, a friend of mine introduced me to this track when I first got into Assetto, and I really haven't played it much since our first time shredding on it. I don't think Doshi has played it before either. Alright, now we're getting the hang of it. I think we're going to make one lap at least. Oh, I shifted way too early and actually lost the drift. This track is a little bit difficult to link depending on the power level of the car. You can see Doshi is just not having the best time of it. I was trying to follow. I wasn't having the best time of it either. Cool French fries. I can't figure out how to run triple monitors. Do you mean like you have triples and they work outside of Assetto, but you're not able to get Assetto to like get them set up right? Woohoo! A little too much angle there. Yeah, we're gonna fall out of drift on this one. This wasn't set up with the right strategy to get around the track. we shouldn't fail the upshift at third this time. I probably ought to have just stayed in third, actually, and then gone down to second here. Oh, right into that wall. Almost. Pro says, get a kart and track change. Later on, ADC at Mahon, possibly. We might just do that. Oh yeah, third gear feels way more promising there. So then up the third here probably feels way better as well. Oh, but there's just nothing if you have to clutch kick. I'm going to wrap this lap, and then French fries, I can probably give you a little bit of advice. Alright, so you get your triple monitors set up. You're going to, if you're on NVIDIA, use surround, which makes it one gigantic display that's 7680 by 1440, like if you're on 2K. Then you pull out triple screen over here, which is just a default app, and you can see my settings. It tells you what it's for. I do something kind of funky with my setup where I don't actually run a measurement for the bevels, and I just put the monitors, like if you're looking at them from the top, I put the side monitors physically behind the center so that I don't really see the difference, and that keeps my stream really beautiful for you guys because the car isn't like bent where the bevel correction is. So I mean, that's basically it. I know if you have NVIDIA monitors, or not NVIDIA monitors, but like an NVIDIA card, you're able to do that with the configure NVIDIA surround. So if your graphics card is NVIDIA, that works for sure. I'm sure there's a way to do it with AMD gear as well. I just don't happen to know what it is. Seth, how do I feel about real head motion? I think if you have a single monitor setup, it is not a bad thing to look into. Personally, I'm not a fan. For me, the camera moving when I'm not actually moving my head messes with my ability to like see the car picking up angle, so I'm not really in love with it. But I know that there's plenty of people that it works for. Oops, that was just terrible. And it adds a lot of value for folks who are on single monitors. I prefer to just drive single monitor without anything, though. That was a sweet little wall tap. Doing some strategic shifts up to third here. We're just gonna send it through the grass because that was not linkable, unfortunately. Car feels underpowered for that section of track. Noah, what is up? French Fries says there's just no configure surround option. There is. There is. I'm not able to show you it on my stream because I'm not set up to stream my desktop. Nor do I really want to, but I promise you that there is. If I can figure out how to minimize my stuff so that I can look up the exact word of it, I will try to tell you. Oh, let's see. I'm not able to figure it out. If you right click on your desktop though, you can select an option that basically says configure, like NVIDIA, I don't know what, configure display settings or something like that, and there's literally, like, just Google it. It'll literally say configure NVIDIA surround. I'll probably make a video on that in the future too, actually. Barely survived. What's up, Noah? How's it going, dude? God, could I be any slower through that section? Yikes. We're going to go ahead and shift up to third way back here so that we can just throw it all the way down the straight and catch up with Doshi. And then I'm going to get spun out from dropping more speed than the chase car expected. But it's the chase car's job to prepare for that and take into take into account for it, so I don't feel bad about it. I gotta figure out how far can I get down the track. Oh, all up in that wall with John. I got thrown a little bit by the grass there. John's just going to reinitiate. That's probably the graceful call, as I catch wall and do a total spin. Oh, Seth, what's up? When is the next track day? How's the car going? You know as much as I do as far as the Oklahoma drift scene. So, Full Lock Drift is a great series. Well, it's not a series. It's a great event organizer, a great event to have. I'm glad that they're here. However, they are notorious for stating that they're going to release the schedule soon and not actually dropping it for like 2 months. So I wish they would just say it's not going to come out until, you know, March, mid-March or something, instead of saying soon to people from January until March. Last year, it came out right around now. I have no awareness of whether it's going to come out sooner, but I have heard that our first event is supposedly going to be late April, and the reason for that is because the event organizer is active military, and I think that he is on deployment and he's not even in America right now. And thank him for his service. Thank you, Michael. Like I said, I'm not ragging on you, but I am trying to state the facts. I think it would probably be a better practice to say it's going to be a while, if it's going to be a while, rather than just saying soon. That's my 2 cents, but everybody's got an opinion, so there you go. My real car is so-so. Oh, too much sauce from Rema, that's unusual. I'm going to hit Doshi just because I want to. Well, I was going to try to follow Insify, but it was not to be. I'll just do a big old wall ride. I almost need a little bit more gearing, even though I never really touched the cars in this game. And I am tempted to see if I can just make that into one turn and just go through the grass. Because that jog is aggravating. It's just not useful. Bandit, the frames on this map, I haven't experienced any issues whatsoever. I'm not running VR, I mean, triples in VR are probably both pretty challenging for a computer to run, but can't say I'm having any issues, so I'm sorry to hear that. Stance 97A, is there a way to fix my back to pits button? Yes, there is. So watch my video on how to install a content manager. There's a whole playlist, and in the binding your buttons video, it's the third one in that series, I believe, you will see how to do it. You have to install content manager, so if you haven't done that yet, then go back to the start of that playlist or the second video, and that'll walk you through installing content manager, which is a necessary step to be able to set a teleport to pits button. Alright, we have got Chaser Gang, JZX Gang here, with, oh, as I immediately screw it up, with Ronin with the Devil. I'm just going to try to slide through the grass. Nope, it was not going to happen. Shoo, come on, boy. Let's go. Or not. Alright, well, there's John. We'll catch up to John. We'll catch up to John using some real small angle stuff. John knows to shift up to third right there. Oh, that was way too much. Oh. Little accidents happening there. Nope. I don't think really Rema or I did that quite right. But we're going. Oh, I'm in the dirt. That doesn't ever work. That was probably the most backward I've ever seen Rema go. That was wild and crazy. Oh, that was so close. Alright, I need to catch up with chat. Occasionally I will get a chat message that I actually have to like approve. I don't see any issues with it. And that was from Levici. What is up, man? Welcome back to another stream. Ilya as well. Is there a map to begin with? Something with donuts and eights. Honestly, the original drift map is pretty good. The outside route is a bit fast. I don't recommend it, but the infield of it is great. My very first video on Assetto Corsa that really popped, I was driving there, and you can see a little route that I take where you go through the inside. It's got an oval, which is a really nice place to start, and work on your transitions as well with Emoji, so I recommend the original drift track, actually. Nevada Freight Depot. That actually sounds pretty cool. That was the comment I think I had to approve. At least on my screen I had to approve it. It looks like it was seen by Ilya beforehand. Yeah, this track is pretty fun. There's actually two. I haven't done the other one. I'm not loving this JZX car, but... So, supposedly there's one over here as well, which we'll look at later. I assume this is the correct direction to go on it. I have never driven it. I can see that it's... Well, I guess we go this way? I don't even know how to read this track. I've got a tandem buddy though, so I guess we're gonna figure it out. So then we're gonna go under here. I'm guessing that it's gonna get real fast. Oh, I guessed correctly. I'm glad that I shifted up there. And then I think it's going to wind around and spit us back out, so I'm probably going to have to go up again. No, too soon to get some extra wheel speed. And then, yeah, we come back out to here. Something like that. Hey, it's Roma. Just gave a nice little tap there. That was fun. We just kind of met up perfectly. Up to third. Clutch kick in transition to help scoot the car around. Oh man, Rema is going to go super tight right there. Hey Wendy, what is up? Heartless 1987, you need to find a parking... I can't read while I'm driving, sorry. I tried. You need to find a parking garage to drift on here. Well, yeah, we kind of do have that little kart track in the parking garage. So that's an option. Here, we'll tandem with OTM Tandem. We'll see what that looks like. He's on the left foot brake. Interesting to see, whoa god, people's different, oh, that's treated like grass, even though it very clearly is animated as though it's concrete. Well, that's annoying. I thought the car just lost all traction all of a sudden. Huh. What a strange track this is. Yeah, there's like no traction through here. Alright, well forget that. But there is a car track in there. There is Shinjuku parking garage as well. Oh, sorry. So we've got a chaser. Nope, we don't. Sorry, we have a Soror. Tripping on my words here. Followed by an R32 being chased by me in a chaser. And then we've got the Laurel, which was running up behind me pretty aggressively. I'm just... Oh, ended up sending it a little too fast. Sneaking my way inside of the 32. There's the chaser. I'm just going to let him keep pushing into me since he spun me. Wendy says, damn, server's full. Is it? Wow, we got all 20 folks in here. Heck yeah. I was going to change cars, but now I'm afraid to. And that is Bandit. Right on, right on. Yeah, we've got a good crew here. Rolling out. I guess Romo wants me to lead or got a phone call or something. That was unfortunate. Alright, do we have a crew assembled? Oh, the wall tap and I'm dead. That was no bueno. El Chapo, hey, what is up? Welcome to the stream. How are you doing tonight? How's everybody's Friday going? Oh, I am actually pretty wiped out today, but I am happy to be doing a little driving practice. Looks like the crew wants me to lead. And like any good drift gentleman, when people want you to lead, you do your part. So, course strategy for this track mostly just has to do with when you upshift and when you don't. Nope. I really want to connect that. I don't know that it's possible. I don't think it's possible. El Chapo, do you do YouTube full-time? I do not. I have a 40-hour-a-week regular job, and that pays all of my bills. It's a ton of work to then come home from that job and do YouTube stuff. I mean, it's fun, but it's work too. I try to get, oh my, I try to get one video per, sorry guys, try to get one video per week and one edited video per week. This is retarded. I would rather just start over from scratch than be in all that mess again. It's my fault, but oh well. Alright, so I'm going to try and get some good tandems going here. If I can be a consistent enough driver to do that. And in order to have any help with that, I need to find some people coming around this corner. So we're going to hang out for a little bit. I'm not really able to see anybody coming, which is awful. But I could hear them, so... And immediately a wipeout. We're going to tuck in behind Doshi. Oh man, this car is so slow. It just feels like it's lumbering around the track. Could use a little bit more force feedback too. I've got it set up for how I like the S13 to be. I'm going to cut the track a bit so that I can catch up. And we're just going to e-brake in. Not enough guts out of this car. It's just too slow. Oh my. I'm just going to stay in it and let Rema push me back facing the correct direction. Up to third on the transition. We're just barely in drift. Ooh, that was a big hit. I would never want to drift with people that are this aggressive in my actual car. It just is too expensive, too much fixing. And we're all going to have to go back to pits after that mess. Folks, though, server is packed. I should really tune this car, see if I can get a little bit more grip out of it. Oh, little wall tap. We're just going to bobsled it. Oh, too much. I tried to follow, and yeah, I just expected that we were going to be good. Tried a little too hard. We were not good. So she says I looked over my shoulder and saw you right at my door. Super scary. Hey, that's rad, man. Just the fact that I even was on your door feels good to me, because, like, it has taken me forever to get decent in Sim. Little wall tap. Not enough to mess up the car's position, though. Should have left foot brake there. And I shifted into first, and it did not recognize that I then shifted into third, so that was all terrible. El Chapo, your favorite drift game is 100% Assetto Corsa, which is what we're playing right now. That was terrible. Alright, we're going to tune some things, starting with force feedback, because it is way too low. That's going to go up about 10 points, and then let's go to the pits and see what we can do about the traction in this thing. First of all, I could use a little bit faster second gear. Just going to turn down the tires a little bit. Fuel equals weight. How's our toe looking in the back? Gonna pull some more toe. Add some camber. Unlock the diff a little bit. Okay, let's try that. It's not a whole lot. I'm just going to save this because why not? Alright. I don't usually do tuning, but we're going to see if that works. Gaming Expert, welcome back to the stream. Good to see you. Alright, this car should be slightly more gripped up if what works in real life works in sim. It's also going to feel very different to me anyway because the wheel is a ton heavier. And, conveniently, we have a little group all stacked up. Okay, we had a little group all stacked up. We've lost my immediate lead. Let's see if this car does any better here. I do have to remind myself as well that the gearing is taller, so I've got to brake a little sooner than I used to, because it will be going faster, which is easy to catch yourself off guard with. Noah's doing a good job of keeping up back there. That's great. And we all just went into the wall. But we're just going to send it and stay with it here. Now, I've got to read the transition right. And as I was thinking it, they had already started transitioning, so that was not what you're supposed to do. Missed my shift. Another prime example of what you're not supposed to do. Oh, I'm actually having a difficult time with the counter steer because the wheel is too heavy now. So that'll be the next thing that I change, and I think I'm going to go ahead and do that because I can't steer the wheel anymore. I made it too strong. So we're going to go down 5 clicks. And hopefully we now have the magic setup. We're going to pull out behind OTM Tandem, who I think was in a Skyline and is now switched to an S13 Coupe. That little dip in the track is difficult to hit right. Stalled it. Now that second is longer, the car actually needs a clutch kick, which is a little difficult. Izzy, what is up? Welcome to the stream. Izzy asked, do you think YouTube, I'm reading this while tandeming, is a better platform for sim drifting and racing as opposed to something like Twitch or Mixer? Well, I think the platforms are completely different, so it kind of depends on... Oh no, I'm sorry, that was totally my fault. I killed us. My bad. I'm so sorry. That was horrible. It depends on what you're trying to do. Presently, Twitch is the place to stream if you're going to live stream. However, live streaming alone I don't think is the best way to build an audience on the internet if you're trying to grow a channel. I personally think that edited videos do a far better job, and edited videos are very effective on YouTube. Video on demand on Twitch doesn't really, frankly, do a whole lot. So my thought is create edited content, put it up on YouTube, stream on Twitch if you want to, after you grow a YouTube audience. And you can see that that's exactly what I'm doing, because I'm growing a YouTube audience. And at this point, we're probably in the next day or two going to hit 7,500 subscribers, which isn't a lot, but I mean, it's a decent start. And if I were to jump over to Twitch now, instead of if I had started on Twitch, you know, I'd probably be able to get several hundred followers pretty quickly, because people know me from YouTube. Whereas, I feel like it's just difficult to get discovered on Twitch. There's just more people watching YouTube. So, that said though, oh hi! Toshi, talking about looking over and seeing me on your door and being surprised. I know that that was a surprise. This little pop right there, that little dip is treacherous. Canadian banana, I have zero grip. What can I do? Well, first of all, you can turn down your turbo. Second of all, you can use throttle discipline to basically use less throttle and spin the wheels less. So, like, if I just floor it all the time, then yeah, it goes, like I'll demonstrate. It just goes to red line, goes to red line, and I don't accelerate very quickly. But if you spin the tires less by using some throttle discipline, you can stay in drift and the car actually accelerates faster. Other things you can do though to add grip are basically turn down tire pressure in the rear, make sure that you have a flat contact patch in the rear by having camber equal to 0, have a little bit more toe in the rear. That'll cause the car to accelerate and propel forward better. Those are... oh no! Those are some of your options. But if you get into the grass, you're totally hosed and there's zero traction at all. Sorry. Noah, I just killed you. I hoped that you would bounce out of the way. But not like because I hit you. Like, I hope that you would get on the gas and bounce out of the way. But I ended up bouncing you out of the way, sumo wrestler style. Austin's got my idea in mind, man. That's what I was thinking. It's too rough, though. Ah, he's so far away. I'm gonna try to bobsled it. Oh no! You can't bobsled on that. Oh my goodness. I hit the polygon ambulances. Oh, what's up? Torres says lower tire pressure. Exactly. Well, that was a bit much. What's up? Still 19 people in server. We're hopping tonight. Whoop. Bro, I really wanted you to... Alright, I'm going to go around Noah, since he's just chilling. I'm going to attempt to join this train over here. Hi. It will take me a while to catch up, but we will get there. Well, that got strange. Civic guy I'm going to be in soon. Right on. Oh, that's bad. We will look forward to seeing you. Car came my gear shift literally shifted into neutral. It didn't just like not register in game, but it was actually in the neutral position after I hit the wall. Don't know how that happened. Oh, am I too wide? Okay. Just barely managing not to obliterate the wall there. Oh, goodness. It is so difficult being this many cars back. There's just nowhere to go in some of these places. Stance. Yes, this track is super fun when it's packed, and we have packed the server tonight, which is rowdy. I don't know what it is. I'm gonna bail. Apparently my car is too gripped up now and I keep passing everybody. My car doesn't float to the outside. Either it makes too little power and it's gripped, or it's gripped up too much. Civic guy has my night. Man, I'm doing alright. I'm a little tired. It's been a long week, and I'm glad it's Friday. I'm glad it's Friday. I just found out that our heating and air unit for the house is probably gonna need to be replaced, like, I don't know, $8,000 or something replaced, so that sucks. A little bummed out about that, so I'm gonna drift away from any stress that that causes. Canadian banana. What kind of pie do you like? American pie. No, probably, I'm not a huge dessert guy, honestly, but apple pie is probably like the classic for me. Simple man. Adam, yes, I am always in second or third gear for sure, and we were stacked earlier. That was sick. Stalled it. Ooh. Gnarly. Rip race car parts for real, man. Ooh. That was not ideal, as the kids say. Colin, what is up? Welcome to the stream. You are watching the Kame Trick YouTube channel, where we enjoy drifting both in sim and in real life. Mostly in sim right now, because it's the off season where I live, but I was actually just today filming earlier some car work on the IRL car. I have a S13 that I have been drifting since before Assetto Corsa had been created. There we go. I've got to make sure I stay on a wider line through this turn. Yeah, you like lemon pies? Okay. If you had to choose, would you eat a horse or a matter baby? Oh, that was such a gentle wall tap. Have I eaten horse before? There's a small chance. Oh, that was... Grass is treacherous in this map. Small chance I've actually eaten horse. Hey Adam, thank you for the sub. I appreciate it, dude. Hopefully you'll stay and check out the channel. There's weekly Assetto Corsa sim drifting, both live and hopefully edited content most weeks. But if you go back and check the playlist, oh, I want to be in this train. Excuse me. If you go back and check the playlist, you'll find an IRL drifting with Kame trick, and there's at least 60 or 70 videos in there. Well, I might go around Chris, because he went a little bit too crazy on that first turn. Yeah, oh, I'm in first gear. That's why I'm having so much trouble following. I was like, man, the car is really grippy. It's because I was out of wheel speed, and I couldn't accelerate into a more sideways position and take up angle. Well, that's messed me up just a little bit. We'll catch up in a second. Unless, of course, I get hit from behind. That messes you up every time. We're just going to grip this section. Ugh. That is all very poor. Killed the joke. I'm supposed to ask what's the matter, baby. I was thinking it, man. And I was like, you know what? I don't even know. I'm just not gonna go there. But enlighten. I'm sure chat wants to know what is a matter, baby. Ugh. I tried so hard to not get caught in that. I really do think I've eaten horse, though. I've eaten horse, shark, blowfish, random stuff you find in Japan. Oh no! What the hell was that? That was bad driving is what that was. Now I gotta ask myself, how am I gonna catch up to that train? Am I gonna catch up to that train? Can I just throw a backy right here? Apparently I can. Oh, now we're getting into the good stuff. Anish, what is up? Welcome back. Trying to read chat. Wiping out. It's not good. Wendy asks, would you rather fight one bear-sized turtle or 100 turtle-sized bears? I would probably... Now, do I have to win the fight? That's the question. And what size turtle are we talking about? Like 100 Galapagos tortoise-sized bears would wreck most people. But probably the one bear-sized turtle. My Kame trick skills would basically cause the turtle to befriend me, and then it would become my roommate and help me pay for rent. Haha, Tora. He tried so hard. He got so far. In the end, it doesn't even matter, baby. Good times. Anish, the server is presently full. It's a 20-slot server. I've just been assassinated. And we have exactly 20 people in. Which is kind of... Oh, now there's one spot open. Kind of unfortunate, because I really wanted to drive a couple different cars. And, yeah, I'm not going to be able to do that without losing my spot in my own drift bash. So we're just going to stick to this JZX. Pro asked, is the server full? No, sorry. Pro asked, have I tried the ADC comp cars? What the fuck, man? My car makes no traction around that turn, and apparently I'm just getting distracted trying to read chat, but that's 2 times in a row now I've done that. That is super annoying. Alright, let's not do that this time, for frick's sake. Ooh, that was a bad line. Caught the grass there too. I haven't tried the ADC comp cars yet. I'm actually trying to link up with the guys from Aussie Drift Co. for a little project. I don't know if that's actually going to work though, between the time difference and folks just being busy straight up. Tried to go for a backy, that was a little bit too much. The question, I'm dead. For real. Rice Cake says, love the footwork, trying to learn how to slide. Yeah, so like, there's not a whole lot that you have to do to actually slide. Like, as far as linking the track in the lead position or in solo runs. But I can talk through that real quick. People have tons of different ways to do it. You know, some guys, they can't hardly transition without pulling e-brake, and they'll do that in the middle of the transition. So like, right here, they'll be like, whoop, and just give it a little touch of e-brake, and then, whoop, and then, doot, a little touch of e-brake again. That doesn't really do anything for me. I tend not to do that a whole lot, but it's one thing people do. Another thing that you see, I've learned you can just drive through these, so forget that. Another thing you see people do is use the foot brake in the same way. And both of those techniques actually cause the car to rotate just a little bit slower. So I can demonstrate it. The foot brake, if you go when the car is facing dead ahead, you don't stomp it, you just kind of breathe onto it, like if you were tapping your friend's shoulder to get their attention. You don't need to do it everywhere on every corner, but if you're experiencing difficulty keeping the car from spinning out in transition, those are some things you can do kind of when it's too late, honestly, like when you're already transitioning, to make the transition a little bit less aggressive. The other things that you can do that prevent you from having to do that at all are just not load up more transition than the car can handle. That's a wall hit and a gnarly board slide. First try. What I do is I drive really, this is like old school Japanese style, almost entirely with the right pedal. And I use weight shift to control just about everything, and you control weight shift mostly with the right foot, and then you just counter steer the correct amount for how much throttle you're giving it, and that takes care of everything, really. So like when I want to transition on this map, there are a few different things that I can do. I can just let off the throttle and then roll back into it. I'll try to talk through it here. So we'll go up to third, we're going to clutch kick, and then e-brake back down to second. And that was conservative, but I wanted to stay tight so I wouldn't hit that wall. I let the car get a little bit too gripped up, so I had to e-brake again. But like there, I just let off the throttle, roll back into throttle. I'm going to stay on throttle through this transition up here and shift up to third because it gets faster, so up to third we go. And then eventually I'm going to e-brake and foot brake to slow the car down. A little clutch kick back down to second there. Here we're just going to breathe off the throttle for a second. Oh, we're in the dirt. That's going to end poorly for me. And then a little tap to drive home the point that I made a mistake. Oh yeah, the OK hand for sure. I'm a living emoji. It is a different ball game in tandem. There's a lot more exciting footwork to observe in tandem. Ooh, with the wall tap, but I put it into the grass, so then the car won't actually turn any. We can follow Noah for a minute. So even for that, I mean, a lot of people I knew that was a bad call. A lot of folks will use left foot brake, and if your car is faster than the car that you are chasing, left foot brake is a perfect thing to do. But these cars are pretty well matched, and so I frequently just modulate the throttle. That was gross. That first turn has like different traction than the rest of the track or something. Oh my. Ducked a little too far inside there. Oh no, that's right. You are probably still getting like 15 or 20 FPS because your system is wild and needs man, you're gonna be so much better when you get past that. Like, I'm surprised you're able to do what you're able to do now. You did a wall ride? Yeah. Longest board slides ever on this track. I've actually done a board slide with my car. It was not good feeling times. Yeah, Noah is JDM Maniac. Oh no, that's not gonna work. Torres says it would be like fighting 100 chihuahuas, but worse because bears don't just bite you, they hit you too. That's true. And turtles, you can just like jog away and they will probably not keep up with you, or like go up a stair or hop a fence, and then you can escape from the turtles. Pro says I slide by moving my mouse and spamming that key, or with the keyboard, keeping up with people on wheels and pedals. Thoughts on clutch kick transitions? It can be a way to help the car keep up if it doesn't have the power. Haha. If it doesn't have the power, then you can do it. I typically only do a clutch kick on transition if I'm shifting from like second up to third, for example. So like this turn coming up, I go up to third, so I'll just stay on throttle, and that's more or less a clutch kick transition. I mean, it's not technically a clutch kick, but I try to keep the throttle as pinned as I can. Otherwise, they do a couple of things, and I don't use them a lot. They, if you don't time them right, they actually cause the car to pick up way more angle and you'll actually slow down. But like anything else, they have their place. Yeah, for clutch kicks, a lot of times, I actually might be e-braking, and you probably can't see it. I e-brake a lot in tandem. It's just what I'm more comfortable with. So like, I'll just point it out. So, e-brake, e-brake, e-brake. I'm gonna wait. He's probably not gonna be able to make it out of that. Nope. I'm gonna follow this crew across the to the next turn. E-brake, foot brake. E-brake. That guy spun out. Okay, I thought we were gonna hit. Oh, e-brake there. And as soon as I can dig out of this turn. Oh my! That was interesting. So yeah, a lot of times I'm just using e-brake to check up on people as I approach them. Sometimes to when I'm catching up. This isn't really ideal, but if you're behind, it's never ideal. I'll transition before them and come in this way, and then e-brake, and that will let me like drag out to where they link in with where I'm trying to get to. And he says, how's the difference between a proper driving chair and a lawn chair? It is absolutely meaningless, other than if maybe the internet thinks you look cool in a proper driving chair for sim. Now for real life stuff, it makes all the difference in the world, because you'll be, gosh, it's like the rear of the car, even if the front tires touch the grass, the rear of the car loses all traction too. Like, everything just goes to heck. Very strange. I want to get in one of those 8.6s. Try them out. Oh, got off the wall. That was not ideal. Yeah, we're hopping tonight. Still no spots open, which is why I'm still in this chaser. Oh boy, what's Noah gonna do here? Alright, we didn't manage to destroy him. That was good. I thought we were gonna hit. See, like, there was one of those cases where I did like a inside early transition and then did an e-brake drag to correct it. Hey, thank you for the sub. Antec, I appreciate it. You are watching Sim Drifting with Kame Trick, but I'm not just a gamer, I also do this stuff in real life and have been since before Assetto was even out. So, thanks for checking it out. If you want to see some real life drifting, I have an S13. I've been driving it for a long time. It's like a member of the family in the household. And there is a real life drifting, or IRL drifting with Kame Trick playlist that you can check out if you're down. Let me see, actually I need to catch up on comments for 1 second. Yeah, lines, no, there's no lines. We just go right on by. Racing shoes, they're nice. I don't really end up using them for grip. I think they're really, really nice. You can just feel the pedals more. It's like driving in socks in Sim. You can feel the pedals more, and if you get used to it, people really like it. Excuse me, that was a sneeze. You guys don't need to hear me sneeze in your ear. Hallowed Wolf, I don't know if I ever saw a reply to your comment, but I did see it. Hey man, how's it going? Welcome back. Mike asks, how difficult was the process of moving to Japan? Well, it took a while. I went to Japan as a student when I was in college. And it took a while because... Oh, sorry, Austin. People never expect you to stop right there, which is kind of silly. Wow, massive understeer right out of the gate. Alright, get my mind right here. So yeah, it took a while to move to Japan. I recommend, if you can, doing it through some sort of entity as opposed to just going over there like randomly and trying to stay. For Americans like myself, it's a little bit difficult because we can only live in Japan for 3 months before we have to leave the country and then come back in on a tourist visa. So there are different countries. Urban Grit, what is up, man? The little ones are still awake? Well, I can keep it PG-13 or even less, and you can introduce them to the wonderful world of drifting if you haven't already. I bet you have, though. Anyway, so... Oh, that was bad. I'm just going to bail. When you go to foreign countries, you're typically on a visa. You have a passport, they stamp it, and for some countries, you don't even have to sign up for anything. You just, like, go. I wonder if these guys are actually going to join or hit the track or not. There's Remo. They're changing to this track, I bet. I will follow along. I don't know this track, so it's going to go poorly. And depending on what country you're from, when you go to visit another country, there are different rules about what you're allowed to do. So, Americans visiting Japan are allowed to go on the standard visa, which is called a tourist visa, for up to 3 months at a time, 90 days. And after that, the government technically is supposed to kick you out. Oh, I'm gonna do a wall ride. Bad times. So you can go live in Japan for 3 months if that's all that you want to stay for, and you don't have to do anything. You literally just buy a plane ticket and hop over there. As long as you've got a passport, you'll be fine. However, okay, I guess I'm leading again. Probably easier to talk anyway. However, if you want to live there, you have to have a different kind of visa. You can have a spouse visa if you marry a Japanese person, and then you can basically stay, I think, as long as you want. You can get a fucking hurt my hand. You can get a working, you can get a work visa, but those are very complex because you have to have a company. I'm not even about. Well, I don't know. This is a huge train. I kind of have to be a part of it. God, this is going to be nasty. So you can get a working visa, but it's very difficult because you have to have an employer who essentially says that they're going to take responsibility for your actions, no matter what they are. Which, like, of course you're not going to do anything crazy, but the way that they look at it, the company has to accept liability. You know, if you go over there and you destroy a bunch of property and get into a bar fight, they have to accept the liability for that and, like, basically pay to fix... I couldn't decide if I wanted to go inside or outside, so I just went in the middle. They have to pay to fix all the damages, any hospital bills for people that you hurt, and the cost to deport you out of the country. So it's not like something you can just get easily. That's why, in large part, it's so difficult to get a job in Japan. So, or you can go as a student visa, which basically is you apply to a Japanese university. The university takes on that risk. Oh, hey guys. Apparently I got in the way of your shindig. I'm not even gonna go there. Whee! I'm gonna go up this hill that I keep not succeeding at going up. Oh, it winds back this way. And then it spits you down with everybody else. Okay, that was fun. I like that. So I went as a student. And in a nutshell, there was an exchange program that I could apply for. And I applied for it. And then I had to write a letter talking about why I wanted to go. I had to send references talking about, like, the fact that I was a, good student and I was, like, not going to be a hellion. I was still a hellion, but they didn't know. I didn't break any rules. Hey, Hollowed Wolf, thank you, man. Let me get you to you in 1 second, but I really appreciate that. Yeah, I had to submit, like, documentation to prove that I had a certain amount of money in my bank account to, like, I guess if I had to get deported or something, like, they didn't want me to go over there and be homeless, so I had to prove I had a certain amount of money. And then I had to wait and wait and wait. It took like 3 or 4 months before I knew if I was going to be approved to go on this, to get my visa, basically. Like, I couldn't stay in the country otherwise. So I had to get a Japanese school to accept me as a student, and I had to get the Japanese government and that school together to provide me with that visa. It took a long time. So, like, just going, I recommend you just go, like, as a tourist. It's very simple. Or if you're trying to go there for the long haul, of course you can go military if you have a way to get access to deployment there. I wouldn't join up and just hope you end up in Japan. That seems ill-advised. But that's the gist, you know, like, go through an established organization that is going to make sure that everything is handled and, like, communicate well with you. But it just takes patience, and you can make it work. Howland says, it's the second time I've sent a super chat, but your videos and stream are always on point. Happy Valentine's Day. Well, thank you, dude. Of course, what's not on point tonight is my driving, but I really appreciate that. And way to go for being a gangster. Thank you. I've always wanted to be a gangster. I'm doing a gangster job of blocking this car behind me. But no, I really appreciate that, and I appreciate the support, both for all you guys just watching, hitting like, subscribing to the channel, and also for those of you who can, who choose to support the channel in a financial way as well. That helps me out so much, and every time I get a little... Ooh, I'm going around, I'm going to catch up with these boys. Every time I get a little bit closer to... maybe at some point, it's not close, but going to working a part-time job and doing YouTube part-time. That would be super cool. I would love to do that. I fear that part-time work would not be nearly as enjoyable as full-time. You know, like I might have to do some pretty basic stuff. Oh, that's a bad sign. Okay, Ooh, KO! We just broke my handbrake on stream. I'm gonna have to show you guys this. Oh, snap. Oh, the lighting is terrible, but, that thing is done! Ooh, I can see there's like a bolt that goes through that, dude, shut up. I'm gonna do that so we don't have to listen to them honking at me. There's a bolt that goes through it that has straight up snapped in half. I may be able to take this apart and repair it. I may not, but we just made history, and now, boys and girls, we get to see me drift without the e-brake. No e-brake challenge. I do them for a reason. Oh, snap. Oh my goodness. I am just, I'm totally floored by this. Yeah, I'm gonna post this up in chat too, so. And there you have it. Wow. Alright, so, yeah, Hallowed Wolf, thank you for the super chat. I will be putting that towards probably a brand new e-brake. Shit. Oh my goodness. It lasted 1 year. It lasted from May until, gosh, May until February. Yikes. Alright. I am gonna have to go old school style now. I think Noah's behind me. He's not scared. We're just gonna send it with weight shift like a MF boss. You can do it. The question is, can I do it? I could probably put on a pretty damn good lead without e-brake. What's going to be tricky is this turn right here, because you carry tons of speed in, and then you foot brake to slow the car down. I have to foot brake a little harder. Wolf, it will. It will, for sure. But meanwhile, we're going to send it without an e-brake, because we don't care. It's going to be fine. We can link like 90% of the track without an e-brake for sure. I'm going to have to be a little bit more cautious here, because I can't rely on the e-brake to slow down, so instead I have to throw backies now. And really, oh god, stay on top of my steering. Yeah, see, I can't do anything about that now. I'm just along for the ride. If I time it wrong, if I do the weight shift wrong, I cannot correct. Oh, nope. Did not dive in with enough angle. Everywhere else, though, we can do it. We can make it happen. Chasing is going to be rough, though. And you know I'm still going to chase. Oh, in the dirt. Alright, let's get it. Big side. Oh, God. I'm sorry, Noah. I killed you guys. I apologize. That was bad. Ebisu Touge without handbrake. I've done it. I actually have a video where I do it. Well, there's that. The Chad, no e-brake. Oh my. God, that feels so shitty. It's weird because the e-brake, like the angle that it pivots at, is solid. It's fine, but there's a hole that's cut into it and a bolt that goes through that connects to some sort of a sensor over here, and that's what broke. So the e-brake is like mysteriously solid, except that there's just zero resistance now. Oh man, get this thing some Viagra. Oh my god. What a mess. Oh, I was going for the e-brake just out of habit and I can't use it. Shit. No, it says if I can drift at 25 FPS with my handbrake configured to my paddle shifter, you got... Hey, you've got it. You've got it. There's 20 people in server, but I really want to set my e-brake to be like mouse 1 on my mouse, and I'll just come over here and clickety-click. Alright, we're going to try and follow Noah, no e-brake. It's going to be bad. It's going to be bad. Let's start by just clutch kicking in without even knowing where he's at, because... Nope. Right, so now we've got to catch up. That's not going to work. Nope. Got into the dirt there. A little much. Oh, hi, 8-6. I didn't see you. I really didn't actually see you. I cannot be quite as composed. Why is it doing that? I'm barely on throttle. That is super annoying. Yeah, I don't even have paddles on here. I took them off. But the problem is I can't leave the game to make that setting. I would have it on left just because it's easier to hit, or I would just put it on spacebar. Another thing that's like really easy to hit. The problem is I can't leave the server to make the setting because I will lose the one spot that I have in here. We're still full, which is rowdy. Doshi says, I got a broken Fanatec handbrake too. Welcome to the gang. I'll just buy another one with that YouTube money. No, with that regular job money. I'm glad to know I'm not the only one who spins it right there. Oh, I really want to chase somebody. Buying foot brake is e-brake? Ugh. Oh, I should have let him go. Oh no! With the laggy wall tap. We are sending it no e-brake style. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I broke my e-brake on stream. That's hilarious. God, I just felt like what breaking a bone must feel like too. It was just no bueno. So see, you gotta find other methods to slow yourself down when you don't have an e-brake. I prefer the 360 wall tap, 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 tap entry. With a little extra tap for good measure. Noah said, or the pro says, what if I joined with your car as soon as you left? I can't do anything about that. We're just gonna have to bail and reinitiate. Hey, it's Wendy. All right, Wendy. Oh no. Ah. What makes this hard is I have to guess. Pro, I appreciate it, but we'll figure it out. Oof. I have to guess how much I need to dive in, and if I'm wrong, then that's just that. That is just the end of it. Canadian, thank you. Yeah, this is an oldie, but it's a goodie. It's one of the first maps that I really tried. Oh. So we just raised the difficulty a little bit. We're gonna dodge him and try and do this entire track no e-brake. The trick is this turn right here. That was not exactly what I had in mind. Not exactly. Tora says I've been running it in a Soror. Yeah, nah, it's pretty good. Oof. Little backwards entry at like a mile per hour. Alright. Let's follow Noah through here. Oh, that was not good for me. I can't do that, Noah. Asman, what is up? Welcome to the stream, good to see you. So if you're just now joining us, I just broke my handbrake. Like, it literally, a piece of metal inside of it is snapped in half. And so we're just gonna send it no e-brake for the rest of the stream. It's going to be questionable. Asman, I have done a paddle delete, so I don't have them. I mean, I have them, but they're in like a box. It doesn't work. I went to grab handbrake, and of course nothing's going to happen when I do that. Now, I kind of like the challenge of making it work without e-brake at all. But if I really wanted to, I would leave the server and grab... Actually, there's 17 people. I'm going to try this for emergencies only. How am I going to set this up? I'm going to stick my keyboard over here on the right, and I'm going to bind something really... We're going to left-hand mouse. It's going to be bad. We're going to bind something really easy to hit, like space bar. I'm going to move the cameras a little bit because the keyboard is way bigger than my mouse. Oh, not really ideal here. Alright. tuck some of those wires out of the way. Oh boy. Let me see what cars I can get. God, I don't know why I want to use an 8.6 at this point. It's going to be one of the harder cars to drive, given what I'm working with. But I wanted to drive an 8.6, so that's what I'm going to do. I knocked my camera a little bit here, so I'm going to reset it. Oh my god. What are we doing? What are we doing, chat? This is going to be so terrible. Well, first of all, I forgot to actually map a button, so I've got to exit immediately. Let me try that again. Settings. Assetto Corsa controls. Does that work? I don't want it to be an axis. I want my handbrake to be a button. I don't know if I can. I don't know if I can do that. Because it thinks I'm on a wheel, and it considers the e-brake to be an axis. So, chat, let me know. I know that you're enjoying like this awesome black screen. But let me know if that's even possible. Here, I'll put you on the video background while I do that. Oh yeah, it'll feel weird to... I haven't driven Fujimi Kaito yet, but it'll feel super weird to use a button, especially a button that's way the heck over here. Yeah, is there a way to set an e-brake as a button while using a wheel? Because right now I'm only seeing the e-brake as an axis. Does anybody know? Does anybody know? In buttons, go to buttons and combine with keyboard. I don't see the option to do that, unless I change my input method from wheel to keyboard and mouse. Yeah, I got jokes. I got jokes. Set the keyboard and controller. All I see is keyboard and mouse. I don't see keyboard and controller as an option that I can set. And you mean for input method where you typically select wheel, gamepad, or keyboard and mouse, or do you mean not there? Check Discord. Okie dokie. I hate checking Discord during stream. But, let me see what I can learn here. It's in buttons. Control buttons. Miscellaneous. Shit, it's right in front of me. I'm blind as a bat. Oh, damn it. It won't let me set it to spacebar. Apparently spacebar is the button that I tell it to wait for input. That is annoying. It's convinced that all of the... How should I say this? It's convinced that spacebar and enter are like right mouse, where it won't let me use the buttons I want to use. I have to use, like, I don't know, the fucking letter J or something. No, it's not even letting me use a keyboard button. It's not recognizing any button on my keyboard. Does not work. Yeah, the pro emailed me or DM'd me a photograph. Let me see. Okay. There's a... Under shifters. Ah, combine with keyboard. Spacebar still doesn't work even with combine with keyboard selected. All it does is it toggles it from click to assign to waiting for input and back to click to assign, as though I were clicking like the mouse button to activate it. I can't use enter either. Enter behaves in the same manner. Up and down literally navigates up and down. Nope, it still doesn't do anything, Rem. I do not understand why it's doing that. Ah. Okay. I think that I'm... Okay, I think I've got it. It was just really difficult to visualize and understand. Okay, I'm gonna try Hachiroku and see if it works. Oh boy. And also, you guys are gonna love this. I'm gonna remember to take it off the video background. Which just doesn't feel right. I really feel like I should forget that on purpose. Oh god. This is gonna be so terrible. Alright. Let me see if this works real quick. It works. Oh no. This is the stupidest. Force feedback is powerful on this Hachiroku. Oh goodness. Sorry, Pro. It was being difficult. I don't know. Oh god, I need to get something easy to drive, and I need to set up force feedback on this thing. The 8.6 has got way stronger steering. Alright. Just for something different. Ah! I'm so distracted by thinking about what I have to do with my hands that, like, I legit don't know what to do. Oh, this is too hard. I'm better off not trying to have an e-brake than I am trying to figure out how to use the e-brake. That's way the heck over there right now. And for anybody wondering, that was what it was like drifting at Ebisu as well. Like, it was surprisingly difficult because, oh, there it goes, we nailed it. It was surprisingly difficult because stuff just wasn't where I was used to it being, you know? It was right-hand drive, had the left-hand e-brake, left-hand shift. It made it very difficult. Oh, I got assassinated. I kind of deserved that, though. This looks so silly. Oh my god. No, you should just go on by me, man. Like, I'm totally hopeless. Alright. Big third gear entry with e-brake. Here we go. Clutch kick. Foot brake, e-brake, down to second. Clutch kick again. Obliterated. Everyone's like, Kame, why do you suck all of a sudden? Well, it's probably just, oh, shit. That's hilarious. 8.6 is a little too difficult for me. Not going to try an 8.6 right now. We're going to try a Skyline. Emphasis on try. Holy shit. My left-handed mouse skills, though. I need something turbo. I just have to have a little bit easier. Yeah, I do drive with lights on. I mean, they're on right now. So the thing about lights is that if people are playing with Soul, then you can... If people are playing with Soul, it could be nighttime for other players, and you wouldn't know that if you weren't playing with Soul yourself. So there could be a case where like your car is pitch black, basically, and people can't see it. So I always try to drive online with lights on. Oh jeez. Alright, e-brake. Cool. Okay, we went and passed that guy, that's fine. Alright, here comes the challenging bit. Up to third. Keyboard e-brake. Down to second. Ah! With the tap. Oh my god, that was perfect. Keyboard e-brake again. No keyboard e-brakes for now. We might slide in a tiny one right here. Yeah, we did. Oh, I'm in the dirt, so I'm going super slow. Sorry, everyone behind me. Alright, let's send it. Keyboard e-brake. Down to second, clutch kick. Yes! We're doing it. We're doing it. Keyboard e-brake. Tap, tap. Oh, I was way too slow. Unfortunately, because I'm not good at using a keyboard e-brake all of a sudden with no practice whatsoever, I'm kind of slow to actually use it, and then I use it a little too long because I'm just distracted. Oh, keyboard e-brake. And clutch kick. And so I'm like slowing down way more than guys who usually drive with me are used to, and it's throwing them off, which is totally understandable. Ha! Broken e-brake is not going to stop me from crushing it on stream. Oh, look at that, a wall tap! Oh no. Oh, that was so good. Alright, this is too epic. I think I'm going to have to make you guys an impromptu, like, keyboard e-brake cam. Let me see if I can figure out how to do that. I just want you to see. God, my room's a fucking mess. I've got like some clothes and crap on the floor. That's clothes, some coveralls from the 240. I've got my dad's shoes. Alright, yes, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. If you're watching right now and you haven't subscribed, this is subscription-worthy shit right here. This is some premium YouTube content. Drinking game every time he says keyboard e-brake, take a shot. Oh, so solid, so e-brakey, so keyboardy. Let's do it, boys. Alright, here we go, up to third. With the wall tap. No fucks given, what do you think? People who joined the stream are like, what the hell is his camera doing? Oh, here we go. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, that was way too much. Ben surpassing my keyboard e-brake skills. Oh man, Oh, whew, I thought I stalled it. But that would be a server practice timeout thing. So it's now going to take some amount of time before it restarts. It usually says somewhere in here. Yeah, 44-second wait time. Whoop, whoop, whoop. So good. So good. What do you guys think? Keyboard e-brake, should it be a thing? Should we do a Kame trick keyboard e-brake only drift competition? Maybe keyboard and mouse control only? Like challenge style? Stan says, enable post notifications to never miss a part break again. So true. Man. If only the real car would, if only the real car was this reliable. Alright, let's see. Are we ready? Yeah, we're back. Alright, let me set up this premium keyboard cam. Normally I only give this to my Patreon subscribers, but you guys tonight are going to get the full experience. We got shoes. We got extra shoes. I should just like use a shoe. I don't know. We're going to do it. We're going to send it right now. Right now. Back to the driving. Here we go. That Anish has got it figured out. My next video. Welcome to Kame Trick, the channel that bridges the gap between real e-brake using and keyboard e-brake using. Here, we do both. I'm your host, Ben. And today I'm going to answer the burning question that you all have wanted to know. How realistic is keyboard e-brake drifting? Really, the thing that throws me off about keyboard e-brake drifting is the lack of weight transfer, just not being able to feel the weight shift, which you get when you use a real sim e-brake. Thanks for the boost there, Noah. There's also a little bit to be desired with the ergonomics of keyboard e-brake drifting. This is sarcasm, by the way. Like, it doesn't matter how good of a sim drifter you get to be with a keyboard e-brake. When you get out to real sim drifting or real life drifting with a real e-brake, you're going to find that the keyboard lets you down a little bit and you're going to experience difficulty adapting. Because you're just going to grab your keyboard in real life, or when you go from keyboard e-brake drifting to real life drifting, you end up just, that's what it looks like every time. So you got to get used to it. There's no such thing as a push down e-brake. Ryan Larkin. Uh-oh. Oh, good thing I had a keyboard e-brake. What is up? Welcome to the stream. So if you didn't notice... Oh, rude. I jumped out in front of somebody and got assassinated. So I am actually just in the process of... I've broken my keyboard. Drop an F in the chat for my broken keyboard, please. And yeah, I'm out here sliding with a keyboard-based e-brake. It's what you call a field repair. At this point, do I even need a pedal cam? Because my keyboard e-braking is so funny, I have to document it. Oh, too much. Too distracted by... Alright, up to third we go. Gotta get in position here. That was keyboard e-brake drifting with door taps. That's a thing. Oh, too much. Little off-roading going on. Yikes. Yeah, Ryan, I know that you've been watching for a while. I just wasn't sure if you were on tonight. But yeah, I'm gonna need some good luck with the e-brake. I guess we're gonna have a diagnosis video later. I can take it apart. I can show you guys. Oh man, the car just straight understeers. Every car that I've driven on this track understeers on that turn. Right there. It's buffering. Thought the stream got wrecked again. Well, let me know. To my knowledge, it's fine. Oh, that was way too much. Yeah, you're damn right. I'm gonna get a keyboard for the real car so that I can text chat on AOL and e-brake drift. Damn straight. There's one thing we haven't done though. I need to find a train so that I can do some good keyboard e-brake follows. Oh, that's too much. I'm gonna wait for a train. Ugh. Such a random stream. Ethan, what is up? Hey, first time on the server, I had a great time. Thanks for the stream. Do you have a server schedule for playing? Right now, I play one time a week on Fridays at 9 p.m. Central, and I go until around midnight Central Time. Outside of that, I'm not really on all that often. Why did I go to third just then? That was weird. So we pack the servers on Friday nights, and after that everybody hangs out in the Discord during the week, but we all just kind of do our own thing, to be perfectly honest. Yeah, they're gonna actually change the Formula 1 or Formula Drift Pro 1 rulebook to ban keyboard e-brakes, I hear. I feel like it would give an unfair advantage. Oh, that was a lot more than I needed. Alright, here we go. Left foot braking. Oh, I needed a boost there. Left foot braking, keyboard e-braking. I think I ran Noah off the road, I don't know. Ah! Hey Ethan, I appreciate it, man. We will be here. Always happy to shred. You're welcome to come drive with us if you get on early and find a slot in the server, or if you want to come in late. We do have a few slots open right now, and you are also welcome to hang out and stream. We actually have a lot of drivers who do both, so they'll take a couple of breaks now and then. Oh, hey, what is up? Oh, that's tough. Yeah, we're probably getting about time for a car and track change. I don't know what I'm actually going to want to do. I'm not really trying to take suggestions, but I just don't have anything in mind. I have my entire ability to think occupied. By trying to handle this keyboard e-brake life. Use only in case of emergency. I want to get one more big entry here, and then I'll start to figure that out. We'll go third. Oh no, that's not going to be the big entry that I was hoping it would be. Alright, we're going to hop over to our chatting background. We'll pull up Discord, see what we got. Oh gosh, where should we even go? Where should we even go? Gosh, camera shit. Oh man. I'm actually thinking Ebisu Touge Course. I don't have the ADC cars, and I'm probably not going to get them tonight. Aw. Tor, your internet's not cooperating. Well, my hardware is not cooperating. It definitely happens. Forest Park is a fun track, though. However, I don't think I actually have Forest Park. So we're just gonna hang out while I try to get that. Honestly surprised that I'm still on YouTube. Let's see, I've got to find... Now I'm all screwed up because my keyboard is on the right and my mouse is on the left. And I've got to find Flo's spreadsheet. And it's just like all the navigation is weird now. Alright. So there we've got this. I've actually got Forest Park already, now that I think about it, so I need to go find it. Yeah, we'll try to get over to, we'll try to go over to Forest Park. I can't promise that we're going to have a different car pack. I don't have those cars. And it would basically, like, I would just end the stream tonight if I were going to switch car packs that I don't have that I've got to go download. But we can at least do that track. And maybe we can do the Aussie cars next stream. Which, next stream is not Friday night. Next stream is actually going to be Saturday morning. For just this one weekend, I'm doing an EU stream for all my European homies. We're going to hang. It's going to be good times. I've got some stuff going on Friday that I need to adjust my schedule for, and I'm excited to be able to do some driving with my fam across the pond. So that's going to be super exciting. Texture is not the folder I want. Tracks is the folder I want. Paste that bad boy. Are we good? We're good. I had it for the Halloween bash, yes, but I deleted all of my content in order to make those tutorials, and so I haven't actually installed hardly any mods since then. Which is the problem, as it were. Car guy, I got some nice screenshots from that session. Gonna post in the Discord. Right on. Yes, that's awesome. Okay, I'm just waiting for the server to Update. Well, it's just the 1 week. Yeah, it's just it's just that one time. Eventually, I may try to add a Saturday stream. I don't know, once a month, just to help the folks who are in other places come join in. All right, we got Forest Park loaded. I am hopping in. This time in an S13. My weapon of choice. I gotta try to make myself as comfortable as possible, considering what I'm working with here. With this keyboard e-brake. I'm not gonna do a keyboard e-brake cam again though. I just want you guys to know that it is there. Wow. Oh right, that's not connected to anything anymore. Haha. Let's see if I can remember this track. I do wish that there was a way for you guys to see when I was using the keyboard e-brake. Just because it's so damn comical. But I know you want to see my smiling face instead. Oh, all the clipping points there. I was busy fiddling with my wheel to turn my boost up just then. I'm gonna look for some people to drive with now that I've got it semi figured out here. That car guy, Sports Lane Yamanashi on the background, we should drift that sometime. Good for street cars. That is a really fun track. I used to live in Yamanashi Prefecture, and I have ridden on it with some pretty high-tier drifters. And it is a very fun place to be. It's on my bucket list. I consider it my home track in Japan, even though I've not actually drifted it myself, and I have drifted Ebisu, so I should probably switch that. Alright, we are catching up. Slowly to a train. We've got Coyote, a little sketchy, but not doing a terrible job. Dylan, gotta go. The girlfriend wants to head to bed, but great catching up. Yeah, man, thank you for coming out. I'm hanging for a little bit. Oh, nice. Teleport to pits, thank you. Oh, I'm still on the IRL screen, aren't I? Ah, well, we almost, some things never change. Some things, like war. War never changes. Oh, sorry, bro. Noah says, it's crazy to think when I started in Assetto Corsa back in August and October. The hollowed stream was my first one. Yeah, man, you've gotten really good. Like, you definitely still have room to improve, so do I, but the speed with which you have improved is pretty impressive. It's one of the awesome things about sim drifting. Oh, that was not awesome. Such a delay on the comments coming in. I've already fixed it at this point, but the comments were just now getting to me. Ooh. Solid dive in there. Alright, we're coming up for some keyboard e-brakes right here. Whoop! We're gonna do a little wall ride. Too much of a wall ride. Still too much of a wall ride. Still too much of a wall ride. I need to be in third gear and I'm not. And that's just, we're gonna abort. One job? No, no, no. It is my job. It's your all's job to tell me when I do that. It's my job to make sure I do. I gotta make sure you have good job security. It is later revealed. Uh-oh. Oh god, dang it. I just killed someone. It's later revealed that I actually do that on purpose when chat is not responsive enough. That's what we're gonna say. Oh, that's too much. It's so easy to just plow into the wall right there. I hate it. Especially with a keyboard e-brake. It's way more difficult. This was a difficulty mod that I was not really trying to get. Oh, that part is so difficult. Oh, the traction from the rear of the car just completely let go. There we go. This is some quality. Oh, the e-brake, or the keyboard, the e-brake sticks. The keyboard spacebar sticks just a little bit. So occasionally I get a bit more than I'm bargaining for. Oh god. My handwork is all over the place. However, check out these tandems. Oh no, I had to say something. I'm so sorry, guy. Those keyboard e-brake tandems, though. Oh, jeez. I'm not cut out for this. I'm gonna bail. Oh, that was too much fun. That car guy, I haven't seen a server on Sportsline Yamanashi yet. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, we always have tracks that, we don't always have car packs that have a lot of variety. Right now I'm really digging the WDT street cars, and we almost always run them. But we definitely like to run a lot of cool tracks. And for me personally, like today, I thought, you know, I want to run a track that I haven't actually streamed in the past 3 months. So that's what I try to do. I have favorite tracks, and I have favorite cars, but I try to change up at least one of those two every week. I do. Of course, I can mostly drift. everything but like 2 turns of this track without e-brake as well. It's not so difficult to do. But when you get caught up to people, it does become pretty difficult to do. See if I can really... Oh, goodness. We're gonna go for the pass. God, that was too fast. How much longer am I streaming? Not very. I go till midnight Central Time, and it is presently 11:32, so 28 minutes. Following JDM Maniac and Lang Yang. Keyboard e-brake to check up there. Oh no. I don't understand why that happened, but it was certainly a terrible, terrible tragedy. Curiously though, they seem to have wiped, trying to get by. I'm pretty sure that he was... I think that was Bandit. I'm pretty sure that he was stopped in the middle of the entry to the track when I went out earlier. So the fact that he was still there made me think that he was AFK. Grassroots Digital, what's up, man? Your ego's writing checks your driving can't handle. I'm hunting for doors and it's a target-rich environment. Now, I'm pretty sure that I heard they're going to change the Pro 2 rulebook to actually ban keyboards from IRL cars because they're just OP for e-brake usage. I haven't had a failure to lock up the brakes yet. Getting on that space bar. It's a hydraulic space bar. There's actually 2 calipers on my keyboard. One for the front brakes and then a separate one for the rear brakes because it's a hydro. Oh, that was some gnarly lag. That's right. Well, I just got assassinated from behind again, but we were keyboard e-braking all through there. Oh no. Sorry, Blake, I'm pretty sure that I just pulled out in front of you and tagged you, but it was in part because... Sorry again, Blake. Bonk, bonk, bonk. It's in part because I have limited capabilities tonight, so my track etiquette is significantly hampered. Trying to follow you. Let's see what we got here. Okay, maybe I'm not trying to follow you. Oof. That would have totaled my car if it were in real life. That's probably a bent frame and wrecked suspension. The Pro, is your username in game Yeet? That's hilarious if so. I recently learned that the past tense of yeet is not yeeted, it is in fact yoked. And that is why I'm thinking about making a video of Assetto Corsa drifting fails called Welcome to Jotunheim. Marvel Comics Thor, X Kame trick, X internet slang. Little tap. Oh, I managed to get through that without keyboard e-brake. Sorry, I terminated you. For real. That was a pretty legit Season 2 was cancelled type of moment there. Look at that keyboard e-brake though! Oh! Corolla's just jumping in. That was a blind attack. God, so much left foot braking. Holy shit. Oh no. Oh no, we're all out of sorts. I gotta bail. Whew. Sorry. Like, if you just straight up stop in front of me. Oh no, there's not a lot I can do to not hit you. We're gonna get through it, boys. We're gonna get through it. Somebody needs to cut this up and send me some highlight clips from the no e-brake drifting. Ah! Yeah, oh no. I was trying to dodge instinctively. Are we done? Did everybody bounce? I want to follow somebody. For chat, for the gram. Doing a poor job of catching up to Austin. Austin is quick. Oh, come on. I hate when I get too, slightly too much angle on the wheel. Oh, I'm just a little bit slow on my transitions. It's because I'm not really in the right place with like my controls. But we're kind of making it work. Would you guys say that this is still decent quality drifting? I mean, obviously it's not quite as good as I usually do. Oh, nuts wall. I gotta get out. Oh. Comment that was hidden in chat earlier. Grassroots Series, hey, what is up? Welcome! Welcome to the stream. I just saw your comment. So you've caught me at a wild time. Just a little bit ago, I broke my Fanatec e-brake, and I don't use it that aggressively, but it definitely died. So I have just mapped it to the spacebar on my keyboard, and I am driving rather terribly as a result, but it's pretty funny. Earlier I did a spacebar cam, so I could show chat what that looks like. Right there, little spacebar action. Here comes another one. Boop, boop. Holy shit, this is a mess. I actually have good proximity for a minute, but every time I think about having to use the e-brake, oh god, that was too much. Then everything just goes awful. I'm just gonna bail. But yeah, Grassroots Series, how are you guys doing? Thank you for checking out the stream. Awesome to see you on here. We're gonna do Forest Park with as little e-brake as possible through here. Welkita says, I wish IC is just like LFS in terms of having. Gotta wait for another turn in that direction to keep reading. Livery things, like you can bring your own livery into it. I totally agree. Here's the first place where not having an e-brake is tough. I waited too late to handle it. And here's the second place where not having an e-brake is tough. You gotta control with your pedal so gingerly to make it around there. It is possible. It's not very enjoyable. It's cool to say you can do it, but it's just not fun. Yeah, I agree about LFS and liveries. That was like one of the coolest parts, was the fact that you could personalize your livery and upload it to their site, and then everybody would download it and actually see your custom colors and stuff. I really enjoyed that. Especially once I found all the good like Photoshop templates. I spent a fair bit of time trying to get good carbon fiber figured out. There we go, no e-brake around that corner. We might just put together our first, not that I've really been trying, no e-brake lap. Oh god. Nope. Had to go and say it. Maybe I made it around the, maybe I made it around the start. The pro says, please chase me. There's a big delay on chat, so I apologize. And that he's in a gray Laurel. Well, I gotta find him. Gray Laurel I do not see. That's an S13. Oof. Yeah, I don't see any gray Laurels right here at the moment. But if I see one here in a second, I will jump out behind you for a moment. That sounds like an 8.6. It is. Got just a few more coming over. And if I see you, you are Yeet. Alright, yeah, I'll give some chase here. I'm gonna start by gripping my way up to you, super cheap-like. Do a little gutter drop action here. Or not. Everything just sucks. I'll just, come out and catch you through here, or try to. Oh, no. Alright, well now I can start with you. Alright, we'll try it. We'll get a couple of laps in together here. Yeah, I have trouble with that too on this track. That's one of the more challenging corners. There goes a nice train. Alright, let's go. Come drive in front of me. Tips on the entry. Enter in third. So I do a manji towards the outside, and then as soon as I come around, I start pulling e-brake. Assuming I've got a fair bit of speed, that keeps you from understeering, and then you just have to be ready to apply foot brake if it looks like you're going to go into the outside wall. Too much foot brake, and you'll end up falling out of drift or going into the inside wall. Too little, and you'll go into the outside. The Laurel, it probably does. Turn your turbo up to 100%, and you ought to be fine. At least I would think so. The Laurel is pretty powerful. I mean, I'm not in one right now, so I can't say exactly, but that is my suspicion. But in the meantime, hop out here. Let's do this. Come on. Let's go. Also, for everybody else who's chilling, I started work on the real car again. So I'm actually filming a little bit of my work process for it, which is cool. So I'm looking forward to that. Dude, you're making us wait too long. The stream is going to demand that I do not follow you. I'm going to give you 10 seconds. Let's move. Come on. Alright, we're going without you. Next time. Chat wants to see some drifting. I like all the inside clips that this track has. Yeah, you may have to leave the clutch in for a touch longer, or it might just not be possible for that car, in which case you just need to grip it up and e-brake in. Alright, you ready to leave this train? That's not the e-brake. we're lagging a little bit, I'm sorry. That failed to work. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Let's go. There is no need to warm up tires, you just drive. Alright, let's see. Now granted, I think that you're going to be a little challenging to follow for me, just because of the ping differences that we're probably getting. So I'm going to experience difficulties being able to trust how close I can get, because your car is kind of jagged in how it's moving around since we're so far away, like geographically. But I can work my way up and follow you some. Oh, man, I just totally sent you and through the billboard there, I'm sorry. Well, we tried. Yeah, the entry is hard. It just takes practice. You know, pay attention to what you did. Try to determine what didn't work out. Come up with a strategy to do something different than what you did. And then go do that. And rinse and repeat until you figure out how to do it. That's basically how it works. So for me, as I come up in here, I get ready, keyboard e-brake just a little bit to extend into the middle of the turn. And then I'm full throttle up to third, clutch kick way back here. I'm like, I didn't even e-brake that. I just kept it all the same angle and nice and clean. So a lot of it too has to do with the line that you take and the timing for when you transition into the turn and how much. If you throw too much angle, the car might just go right to the outside and into the wall. Or if it's on a good line, it might just slow the car down so much that you can't get around it. So another thing to do is to use a shallow amount of angle if you feel like the car doesn't quite have the power to connect the track. And that's going to help you to make it work. And I can show you that. This car makes plenty of power, so it'll go too fast. But see, like I'm in drift, but I'm not using much counter steer. Still not using much counter steer. And I ended up catching the wall, but that gives you an idea. Oh, that keyboard e-brake entry out onto the track was so good. Smooth and dynamic, as it were. Dropping a tire into the dirt is not, however. Wow, that's a big train. I was trying to catch this train, but I think I want to catch that train that's behind me. Where's a good spot that I can post up and wait for them? Oh boy, it's time for some chaos. Everybody wimped out, wanted to go together all clean. But it doesn't really work because everyone just goes back to the pits and you end up in the same spot as if you would have just freaking sent it from the get-go. I don't know, man. I don't know why nobody else is in chat right now. Like, we got people watching the stream. What's up, people watching the stream? Feel free to get down. Like, as you can see, I will respond to you. We're just chilling. Hey, it's Choopy. What's up, Choopy? You come to get door banged by my keyboard e-brake drifting skills? Because that's what's going to happen. Oh, there's huge differences between the ADC Pro cars and these street cars. Even by the name, you're talking 600 horsepower versus 300 horsepower. They're completely different in every way. Colton, what is up, man? Welcome to the stream. It's going kind of unusually tonight. I broke my e-brake about an hour ago, and I have now remapped it to the spacebar on my keyboard, which is over here, so when you see my hand come off the wheel, I'm now like reaching way over to my right, where my right hand monitor is, in order to activate it, like right then. Scud, what's up? Thanks for checking out the stream. I'm actually on Fanatec CSW. Oh, I'm hitting the wall. Use the ADC street cars though. I haven't driven them, so I don't actually know if they're all that different. Urban Grit, what is up? You said you were going to try to make it. Just had to get the kiddos put to bed, right? And here you are. You've made it to a bit more tandem-friendly track, which I'm not exactly able to tandem at very easily. But we're doing it. If you keep hitting me, I'm going to stop in front of you. Because I don't want to spin out. And a lot of times when you... That was my fault. But a lot of times when you hit somebody, it's causes them to pick up more angles, and then the right answer is to counter steer and get off throttle. I have a TMX. I mean, unless like you can get your money back for it, like the wheel that you have is better than a wheel that costs you more money. But that said, I would recommend that you get a belt drive wheel if you want to drift. Anything less is you're just doing yourself a disservice and it's not realistic. I don't care what anybody says, it's just not anywhere near as good. So that means you basically want, if you're going to go Thrustmaster, a T300, and if you're going to go Fanatec, a CSL Elite or a CSW. And really those are the only wheels worth looking at in my opinion. Again, specific to drifting. You can make it work with less, and plenty of people do. But like, if you want it to feel like you're drifting an actual car, those are the wheels you want. If that's too much money, you know, don't get it. But that's what I tell people when they ask. I'm just going to slow down. Sorry, Tandem. Try to give you a gentle tap. There we go. Leading a merry train through Forest Park. E-brake is broken, and we don't need it because we're in the lead position, and there's only like 2 turns at most where you need to use the e-brake unless you mess up. And I mess up all the time, but not that stuff. This is one of the turns where an e-brake helps, and I've managed to get by without it by throwing basically more angle and doing like a diet backy. This is the other turn where e-brake helps. And I managed to clear it as well, and the way that you do that is by throwing just the right amount of angle and just the right amount of foot brake to where the car stays in drift. It's all about balance. It's very difficult to feel on a sim rig, although there's plenty of guys who are better than me that do it. Some of them are even driving tonight. But the fact of the matter is that it's all in the timing and what you do with your right foot. Of course, your counter steer has to match what you do with your right foot. So if your right foot doesn't know what to do, you're kind of screwed. And if your right foot does know what to do, but your hands don't keep up because you don't have like a vision of where the car is going to be down the track in advance, then it won't work. Oh, that was too tight. I was going to try and send it without the e-brake. Stance, the stream has been legendary. Thank you, dude. I think it's been pretty wild. I'm a little bummed that my e-brake is at least in need of repair, possibly in need of replacement, but at the same time, hey, Professor, what is up? I'm going to make it work. It's been a blast drifting with you and the OTM guys, and the handbrake was hilarious. Oh my goodness. Yes. Yes, it is. Alright. I'm waiting to see if the guys are going to go. I don't know if they are. It doesn't look like they're going to go. But yeah, Stance, thank you for being a part of the stream and being active in the chat. As you guys know, I always stay active with chat. Yotiv SK, thank you for the sub. I appreciate it. You're just catching the tail end of an Assetto Corsa sim drifting live stream, which I do on the channel every Friday night from around 3 hours before now until around now. So I am getting semi-close to wrapping the stream up. I am a real-life drifter, and I also drift in sim. And tonight is a special night because I have broken my handbrake. Remapped it to the space bar on my keyboard. Excuse me, sorry about that. Sorry, headphone users. And I'm just making it work. Unlike that. That did not work. Yeah, these trains have been wild, Noah. It is a pretty good night. I really feel like the Kame Trick Friday Night Bashes have grown, and we have both attracted some of the better sim drifters on the internet, and we have also, at least those that are up at the same time as us, we've also like leveled up the guys who do drive, myself included. I'm tons better than I was my first couple of streams. I could barely follow people my first couple of streams. But I feel like this year probably my sim drifting has improved a fair bit. Oh, Choopy, what happened? That was gonna be so good. But feel free to spread the word to your friends who either want to spectate and watch some cool drifting, or who also want to participate as drivers. We've got a nice chase going on here. It's just out of the cameras, because what you guys see goes out to my side view mirrors, but what I see goes out about twice as far as the side view mirror. Oh, messed it up. That was Kusanagi, I think. Oh, that was narrowly saved and then ruined. Oh, great, you caught the lag. It looked like you just teleported away. I wondered if that's what it was. Anisha got blacklisted. Is that a thing? I didn't know that could happen. That must be some sort, like, I've gotten a controls locked for 45 seconds penalty for driving the wrong way before. I must not have the log up that shows vote kicks and stuff. Huh. I do not know. I bet if you get into the KT Discord you can find out, but we're actually on the OTM server, so I would assume that the OTM guys would have been behind that. Just because this is their server. So, like, I don't have admin rights to this server, so I don't even know how to vote to ban people, because I'm not really that big of a deal about it. But, shit, I am sorry to hear that, dude. Like, that's not fun. I don't know, if you want to ask in the KT server, some of the OTM guys are in there, and I'm sure that they, if it was them, they can tell you. If it wasn't them, I have no idea who else it would be. Drift RS. I'm trying to read and I'm not able to. Just got my Fanatec set up, very nice. Any recommendations on fold-up chairs while I choose a designated area for a proper seat and build a new PC? Honestly, just a regular padded folding chair that you get with like an old school card table would be fine, I would think. I always used my office chair, which is on wheels, but like you could build a little wooden like block to go behind it and prevent it from rolling, for example, if that was a problem for you. Too much. Caught the wall. Rema. Oh, cool. Here we go, Anish. Rema says multiple people complaining about you pulling out on track. Presumably in front of trains and wiping the trains out. So, there you go. That's Rema with OTM and the crew. So, of course, you may not agree with or like that, but that is, at least we know, what their perception was. One of the things that helps me out is to enable the track map, which you can see down to the left of my RPM gauge and fuel gauge. It's over pretty far, but my mouse is not over there because I'm set up all backwards. So like right here, I've got a track map, and I can use that even if I can't actually see off to the side, like if you're on single monitor, but you can still use that to determine whether or not people are on track where you're about to be on most maps. I just did a front bumper tap. On that wall without actually eating crap. That was rad. Oh, too much. I'm gonna see if I can find a Lorel. I'm curious. I'm curious how bad this is. This server is live all the time. It's not always the Kame Trick server, though. I crash different servers from my friends in the drifting scene. Very frequently, the OTM server. So we are certainly in here on a regular basis. Let me see. Is there a Lorel available so that I can show that it's just a matter of timing? Yes, there is. Alright. But yeah, OTM always has servers up. They're populated more than others depending on the time of day. Definitely a good group of guys to run with, though. Alright, so step 1, turbo is up to 100%. Step 2, I have to remember that this car is a lot longer than some others. Step 3, check the track map, make sure that I'm not about to pull out in front of somebody. Alright, and now to get a feel for the car during the course of this lap and deploy good timing and the right amount of angle to preserve the speed. Let me turn on where's the button to turn on chat? There we go. To turn on chat, I have a little chat overlay so I can see you guys. Alright, let's see if it's actually all that difficult. It might be, I don't know. Alright, so I'm full throttle here, I'm getting a good run up. I'm going to go up into third, give it a good clutch kick. Little e-brake. Oh, I shifted to neutral instead of going down to the proper gear, so that was my bad. But yeah, I would say that that's not particularly difficult. I mean, if your car is understeering, you've just got to throw more angle. All drifting cars, if the front tires grip up, or sorry, if the back tires grip up, almost any car in drift will understeer. And generally what that happens is you throw what I like to call a soft transition. So you can transition from like medium angle to medium angle, baller angle to baller angle, or like really tiny angle to really tiny angle. You can also, of course, be at good angle, but just do a soft transition that doesn't go to very much angle. Like, I'm throwing the car, that's too hard. I'm throwing the car around pretty aggressively, you know? But if I don't, here I'll just screw up and throw a soft transition. If I throw a soft transition, it falls out of drift and it drifts back up. There's people behind me, so I don't want to do that. But like all these other corners, you're not having that problem, right? So you're throwing enough angle in these, and it's easier to do because they're slower. Throwing tons of angle on a fast turn is difficult because you have to balance it. You have to use enough angle that the car doesn't fall into understeer, but not so much angle that the car slows down and loses speed. Yeah, it's doable. It's just practice and timing. I have a very difficult time with the Laurel just because the butt of the car sticks out so far that as close as I like to get to walls is always about 2 feet too close. Not 2 feet, like half a foot to a foot. But I constantly put the back of this car into walls and just spin out and destroy it. If I owned one of these, the entire trunk would be gone, and then I would drive it awesomely because it would be the size of a 240. Every now and then cars in this game, which don't do this in real life, do this weird thing where they just start to spin for no reason really slowly, and I have a very difficult time making them stop doing that. Yeah, see, there's the back being longer than I think it is. Mike says, do you think drifting is harder in real life or Assetto Corsa? 100% it is harder in Assetto Corsa, by a factor of like 3. That doesn't mean that if you can drift in Assetto Corsa that you'll do amazing in real life, but drifting in real life is so easy. I'll put it to you this way. Drifting in Assetto Corsa or any sim versus drifting in real life is like the difference between being on a single monitor versus VR or triples. Quit hitting me. It's just, there's so much more information. You have all the force feedback information and all the visual information that you have in sim, but you have an entire mountain of weight shift and vibration that you can feel coming through the chassis and through the steering wheel that lets you literally understand how much traction the front 2 tires and the back 2 tires have. When to time your transitions, when to time your steering wheel work and everything, like when to let the wheels slip through your hands versus when not to. So I've had to learn how to figure that stuff out basically without the without weight shift, which is incredibly bizarre to me as a driver, because it's supposed to be there. It's there in real life. Anish says, do you use real head motion? Absolutely not. I really don't care for real head motion. I find it very distracting, and like, it's already hard for me to understand what the car is doing based upon just what I can see and what I can feel through the wheel. But with real head motion, it doesn't let me understand the things that I can see. Like, if the camera shifts, I can't tell how much angle the car is picking up. And I have a difficult time telling how much angle the car is at. So I have a 3-monitor setup to where I can literally see the entire windscreen and both side mirrors. Mike says, I want to try IRL, but I'm scared of messing it up. Yeah, it's not bad. Like, don't try on the street, because you have a whole lot at risk if you do mess up. A, you could do perfectly and get, you know, your license suspended from the police, which sucks. Or B, oh, there's a big crew. And I'm in a car that I'm awful at. This is great. B, you could just wipe and hit a curb, and that would be no good. But, it's that guy that hits me all the time. You could, if you go to like an actual track event, what the fuck is up with the brake balance on this car? Every time I consider left foot braking, if I even think about the left foot brake, it just spins out. That is so annoying and unrealistic. For me, if I left foot brake too hard, occasionally I can spin the car, but usually the front tires lock and the car just goes in the direction it's facing, which is directly into the lead car. I've almost hit somebody that way one time, but I've only had it happen to me a few times. So what the hell is set up with this car's settings that is causing that to occur? The brake bias isn't that bad. I don't understand why they do that. My car never does that in real life. I don't know. Alright guys, it's 12:25. It is late. I'm going to do a couple more laps, and then I'm going to call it a night. Yeah, I guess street stuff is pretty dumb. There's a lot better alternatives out there if you have the ability to do it instead, for sure. God, if we had a car or a track like this, my left foot braking skills would get so good. Daniel with the questions of significance, because that's where it becomes a real discussion. What if you don't have the ability because my nearest track is 3 hours away in Albuquerque, and you're probably talking about Sandia Speedway, which I drift at from time to time. I come out for No Coast Drift Party. Yeah, I mean, that one's hard to say. At that point, you try to find, you know, what most people do. What I may have done in the past, allegedly, there's no video evidence of this, is you try to find a place that's out of the way where you're not going to encounter other drivers, and also a place where you won't hurt the car when you go off, because you will go off, and you try to practice some. Or the other thing you do is you drive your car, you street drive your car 3+ hours to an event. Oh yeah, you're in Las Cruces. I'm not quite sure where that is in relation to Albuquerque. I've only driven basically out I-40, just straight there. I'd like to see more of New Mexico. It's a beautiful state. I love seeing the transition from rolling hills where I live to those mountains that just look like a bunch of boulders sprinkled out into a mountain shape. The California mountains are gorgeous as well. That was one of the things I was really taken by when I went out to Super Drift Matsuri at Grange, or Apple Valley Speedway. It's always going to be Grange for me, I don't care. Little keyboard e-brake action there. God, I'm so just blown away that the e-brake snapped off during the stream. I wish I had a camera on it at the time. 3 hours south by El Paso. Okay. Wow. I like how Noah is just like fully committed to chasing my line, even if I'm going to hit the wall. He's just like, yep. Oh man, why did I do that? Alright, I'm tired. We are calling it a night. Thank you guys for checking out the stream and being a part of it. As always, Blake with the advice: if you're looking for a new e-brake, look up first on Facebook. Yeah, I might do that. I need to hit up Fanatec and see if they do any sort of sponsorships, because I feel like I could convince some people to use their handbrakes, except for the fact that I just broke one. But I bought it used, so we don't actually know how long it lasted, because it was beat on by someone prior to me. Blake says, I just got one, I love it, much better than some plastic or China junk for $60. Yeah, no, I buy like the $115 or $110 Fanatec one, and I'll probably buy another one, because I was really happy with it. It felt really good. But, yeah, that is what we've got. So, if you haven't already, please hit that like button. If you made it this far and you're somehow not subscribed, definitely show the pro. I can give you one more lap. Go ahead and lead. You're just right next to me in the Laurel, aren't you? If you're not already subscribed, please do join. Pro, I don't even see you. That's Noah. Well, I will give you a few moments, and if I don't see you, then you're going to have to catch me next time. But I don't see you here in the parking lot. So yeah, guys, if you haven't already subscribed and you made it this far for some crazy reason, please do consider subscribing. And if you want to see more sim drifting, I've got a playlist for that. If you want to get into sim drifting, I've got a playlist for that. And if you want to see some real life drifting and see whether I even know what I'm talking about, I've got a playlist for that too. So, where are you waiting at? What is your username? I do not see... Your username was Yeet previously, was it not? I don't see you. There you are. Alright. Fierce and Sim Racing, hello. You've just caught caught the end of my stream because, of course, the time difference probably. But one important note, next week's stream is not going to be a Friday night. It's actually... Oh. It's actually going to be a Saturday morning stream for me, which means it's going to be more favorable time for you guys over across the pond in Europe. And I'm looking forward to driving with everybody then. I need to post up in the Discord and on my other channels as well, counting down for that one. So that's going to be exciting. "7:33 a.m. here." Right on. Yeah, so, Lang, thank you. Appreciate it. 7:33 a.m. Okay, so yeah, you couldn't have caught me too much earlier. It would have been, I think I start streaming at like 5 o'clock or 5:30 your time. But this next weekend, I'm going to start about... Let me try to figure out the time change here. So it's 12:30 for me. That means that it's going to be approximately like 7.5 hours from right now. So it's going to be proper, afternoon for you. So if you want to join, I would love to see you in next weekend. And again, that's just going to be a one-time thing for now. In the future, I've considered, and I haven't decided not to. I'm considering having a once a month maybe Saturday morning stream instead to get with all the folks who are across the pond, or otherwise, with a more challenging time zone that doesn't match up so hot. So hopefully that is something that I can add in the future. But in the meantime, I definitely will look forward to seeing all you guys. So spread the word to you, to your crew, and anybody who wants to come drive with me. We will probably still be using US-based server, so it might be awful. I'm not entirely sure. But if you guys have EU server recommendations for me to hop into, I can just be the awful one, and then all you guys can have a rad time while I glitch through and crash all of you guys. That would be fine too. I'm down for whatever. So as always, thank you all for watching. Thanks for supporting the video by hitting like and sharing it with your car friends. Don't just spam it randomly, but if you got somebody who is into cars, is into drifting, or wants to get into sim, then please do introduce them to the channel. And if you have already, then thank you very much. Don't forget to join into the Kame Trick Discord and cause trouble and talk about how lame it is to have day jobs and have to work or go to school in between these wonderful Friday night jam sessions. Pearson, last time I wasn't sleeping. Right on, right on. Yeah, no, I'll see you later. Thank you for driving again, the pro. Happy to drive with you as well. So we will see you guys next time. Have a good night.